What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 281. Good, we're actually recording, and hey, Wonder's here again. I don't know why I say it like that, like you're not here sometimes.
Right, I'm like always here.
That's crazy. Why are you always here?
The very few I've missed out on. There was a short period of time where I was not here.
So, Jedi commented on the episode 2 weeks ago, I think. No.
The one where you got
when the fuck did he say that? Oh, no, he commented way before that. He's rewatching all the episodes for some fucked up reason.
Oh.
There's a lot of these. Why would you go back there?
I don't know.
But so he commented, I can't click on it. I'm very upset. I'm just trying to see what episode it. Okay. Got it. On episode 13, apparently we were telling boring stories. Apparently we got to talking about my forehead because Jedi's comment is just geek does have a big forehead. That's pretty fucked up.
It's for big brains.
I guess it's for something. But no, see, luckily it's still just a forehead. Only 4 fingers go there before hairline. That's good. Forehead. It's not a 5 head.
I mean, mine's a 3. I have
your
3
hair's
finger
weird.
forehead.
Well, I don't know. Where's your... Because that's not your actual hairline, is it?
Yeah, it is. I just got a haircut,
crazy.
so...
I thought your hair was like dangling down. That's crazy. Why is your hairline so far forward? That's crazy.
I don't know. Because my head got ran over when I was a kid.
Just
So
say,
it
like,
smushed everything forward.
my balding is like in the back of my head, not here.
Mine's like right here. On
Yeah.
the sides.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
My sides are where I still have all the hair. It's, up here that's the problem. It's unfortunate. It's tough. It's a tough place to be. We're getting old, Wonder.
I know. 20 years from now, you're not going to have any hair right here. You're just going to have long hair over here, and you're going to walk into, you guys got any chocolate?
No, if it gets that bad, I'm just shaving the shit. Go get my hair waxed or something.
You'll be the guy that people are uncomfortable to sit next to on a train.
No, we're not doing that. Or, you go the strategy of if you're going to keep it long, you just never don't wear a hat.
Oh, that's fair.
Because then nobody will know. It just looks like you have long hair. Nobody will know.
I'll know.
You won't know shit. I'll never tell you.
I'll know everything.
You don't know
I watch
shit.
you while you sleep.
I have never let that happen yet. One day. I think I'm making that a goal on one of the fucking next subathon things is to like have the camera set up for while I'm asleep like weird people do. I think that shit's weird as fuck. People do that. Wonder, have you not seen that?
I mean, I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but I'm like, who in the hell just sits there and watches people?
A lot of people,
sleep?
dude. I think it's got its own category on Twitch. Hold on. How have I lost fucking 5 followers in the last day? I haven't been live. That probably just bots getting cleared out, but still, what the fuck?
Right.
I hate it here. I was so close. I hate it here. Right. What am I looking for? Oh, right. Sleeping. I swear it's a category. IRL categories. We've got just chatting, ASMR, IRL, beaches and hot tubs, sports, politics, fishing, podcasts. Damn, I swear there was a sleeping category.
Maybe Twitch decided that's a little creepy. We better not have that category.
Doesn't stop people from doing it.
Well, right. I know, but like,
but I guess
Twitch doesn't want to be.
It's a category. I'm only sleeping. Oh no, that's a game. Apparently, that's a game. So apparently, I just saw people playing a game called "I'm Only Sleeping" and thought it was like an actual category.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But yeah, it's definitely a thing people do, and it's weird as shit. My favorite is watching some people's subathons when they do that, because they'll have more viewers while they're asleep than they do when they're actually live, and that freaks me out.
Right.
It's like,
You just wake up and you got like 20,000 viewers.
But then
Just
you
sitting there
start
watching you.
streaming and you go down to like 1K and it's like, what the fuck? You creeps. Which is the
I'd
worst.
take 1K about now.
I'd take anything. I think I got paid today, but I didn't get paid today. You know how processing works.
I also got paid today.
I got the email that I was going to get paid, but I don't think I got paid.
I got paid and right out of the gate, $1,200 came out.
The fuck did you spend $1,200 on? It's like double your rent.
$600 for my rent, and then $600 went back into my savings because it was an expensive month last month. So
bro had to draw from his savings last month.
Yeah, I did.
The hell were you
I hate
doing?
when I have to do that.
What the hell were you doing in June? Nothing happens in June.
A lot of it's medical stuff, and then
yeah.
I bought another air conditioner.
Fair.
So I got a new air conditioner for this room that gets 190 degrees.
I'm cold.
I mean, this new air conditioner works pretty good, so when it does get hot in here, I kick it on, and it doesn't take long. And it's nice and small and compact, so it sits in the corner over there a little better than the other ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
So where's the other
one? It's in the spare bedroom for now. I'll use it as a,
Oh, do you guys have one in your bedroom?
No. We have one in our kitchen, but it's a bigger one. And I just run that one and then run a fan into the bedroom, like a regular small fan that blows air into the bedroom. And it usually does a pretty good job of keeping it, it only gets to about 71 in our bedroom.
So you pay your electric bill there, right?
Yeah.
What's your electric bill? I'm just curious. Like what's average per month? What are you paying?
It's kind of weird because I just got my electric bill statement today.
Okay.
Or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And last month, for instance, my electric bill was $98.
Okay.
This month it was like $50 or $56.
Oh.
Ran the air conditioner probably more this month than I did last month.
Okay, I'm still impressed with mine then, though. Because mine's also about $97 every month. But to me, that's more impressive because I work from home on a computer. So keeping it the same as, you where you're not home all the time, I know. I don't know if Aspen is. I know Aspen's around some. But.
Well, Aspen's on my computer a lot. So
is she? I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So she's usually looking for jobs or doing some this and that stuff on my computer. So it's on a lot.
Fair.
But I don't think it draws a ton of power if I'm not playing, video games and stuff.
Yeah. So, GPU is probably what's drawing, not probably, it is what's drawing most of your power.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. And then my gas bill, I mean, it's only been like $40.
Lucky for me, I don't really have one of those.
I have natural gas, so that's what my oven runs off of is natural gas. But I think what helps though, my case, I'm kind of lucky because the water pump, when I'm running the water and shit like that, it all goes to my landlord, not me.
Nice.
Because it's tied to his house, not my meter.
Nice.
So,
do you know what you pay for internet?
Yeah, $79.
That's crazy. I pay like $20 less than you.
That didn't surprise me.
I know. I gotta remember that it's just more expensive for internet there because you're in the middle of nowhere, infrastructure, whatever. But also, that's wild. Just because
especially since where you're
stuff. Yeah.
Right, but where you're from, there's a shit ton of internet companies.
Yeah,
and so there's competition. Here, it's just one.
Well, there's
two.
There's competition here, but as far as I can tell, everybody uses Xfinity.
Right, because they were probably the ones that were willing to be like, "Oh, we'll give it to you for half the price the other companies will."
I'm paying $60 a month for 1,000 up, 1,000 down, 500 up.
Yeah, so, I can't remember who it was. I think it was somebody that was on the department was telling me they just got that Starlink or whatever.
Yeah.
and
that's
he
100
was telling me that
down, I think.
Well, that's what I think that's what he said it was supposed to be, but he did a test or whatever, and it showed he was getting like 400 and something up and like 120 down, I think. Or no,
I think
400
the
and
opposite,
some
but yeah,
down. The opposite, yeah.
I keep doing it for some
Vice
reason
versa.
today too, where
Yeah.
it's like, hey,
But it was like 400 and something download speed and like 120 upload speed.
that's the weird thing with Starlink. Depending on where the satellites are positioned, it'll be better or way worse. That's
Right.
the issue with Starlink is like it's good if you are a work from home person who doesn't need like you'll always be connected, but you don't need a true like always connected steady speed. You know, because you do like a lot of stuff through documents or whatever. But
Right.
like if you need a true steady speed, Starlink sucks because it fluctuates so much.
Well, they
So-
say Wyoming's one of the best places to have it because it has constant connection
Yeah.
for the most part, unlike other places where you can have it really good at some time and then, shit other times. Like here, it's pretty consistent according to everybody.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's just
fair.
because Wyoming's smack dab in the middle of everything. So, a lot of people are going to it in Wyoming, and I'm like, I might go to it if it's worth, like, if it gets to that,
Talk to Anthony because he like actually games. So talk
right.
to gamers who have Starlink.
But like, if it ever got to where it was consistent and was like 500 download, and where it was worth it for me to pay the $100 a month, I might think about getting it. But right now, I'd rather just stay with what I got because I'm getting more bang for my dollar, So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. True, we do. Sorry. I'm looking at Twitter trying to find other things to yap about, and it's just we need a slur for people who constantly use AI and Chat GPT. And I agree.
Right.
It's been the least fun thing ever. Because you remember like 2 years ago, right? You'd Google something and instead of getting the AI overview, you'd just get like the most relevant article put right at the top. So you could just read the description of that and call it good.
Right.
I hate now that when I Google, because my brain still works that way. So I just read the first thing that pops up and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. So then I have to go dig through 80 different articles because Google. Oh, so Google sucks. Because the search company, remember, that's how Google started. They were good at letting you search the interwebs. The search company can't figure out how the fuck to make search work anymore. Whether it's like pure Google search or I don't know how often you have to use your email.
Oh, quite a bit.
But do you use Gmail?
Yes.
Have you ever in Gmail, in the search box, just tried to search up either a sender or just like a key piece of information in like your inbox? So like for me, I will look up flights, right? Because I want to try to find the link I had for whatever flight I purchased. It won't show me the most recent unread email at the top, and it's 90% just the shitty spam emails that I hid that it's showing me instead of my like starred specific email that tells me when my flight is because the search company doesn't know how search works. Or
so you want to know what's crazy? The state, that's what they use for everything. As far as logins, everything.
Yeah.
They use
Google Workspace. Yep.
Yep. And it's annoying as shit, let me tell you.
Dude, I hate
it. Drives me up a wall. Because
oh, go ahead.
The thing that pisses me off a lot about it is like they have it so that you have to log in every single time, and every single time it changes your login stuff, so you have to change it every so often, so it's more secure. But every time you log in, it saves that information. So every time you go to type shit in, it puts that stuff in when you push enter. So like you'll type in your new stuff, push enter, and it pastes the old shit right next to it, so it comes up as, oh, you know, this isn't correct.
Yep.
It's so fucking annoying because you have to delete it, push enter, come up with the incorrect thing, and then delete it again and put your shit in instead of just putting your stuff in. Because AI.
Yeah. I really want to find a new search engine. Is Opera developing one? I know like DuckDuckGo exists, but I feel like that's an entire browser, but I could be totally wrong. But I swear I heard something about... No, I don't. Okay, maybe not. Search and... No AI. Let's look at Reddit. What does Reddit say is search engines without AI? Because Google's no longer acceptable. True. Google is no longer acceptable. I also saw a video the other day of people using search engines, and it's funny because as far as I can tell, Bing hasn't really adapted to AI yet, which means Bing currently is like actively better than Google, but nobody will ever know because who the fuck uses Bing? And I just think that's so funny.
Well, it's funny because it's like you couldn't have just made it so like if you wanted to use AI, you could use AI.
The issue is nobody should want to. Like actually nobody should want to. It is not useful.
Well, right. I get that. But I still think they could have just easily been like, okay, would you like to use AI with your searches? And you put no and opt out of it.
Or I think I stand by most things like that should be opt-in. Like, if you want to use AI, you go change your settings. It shouldn't just change it to AI bullshit, and then you have to opt out. No. I want to opt in because I don't want you fucking with my shit. Just like when Windows was trying to do that, Recall. Microsoft Recall. Where it wants to take a picture of your monitors every like 10 seconds so you never lose what you were doing. That's awful for so many reasons. The privacy concerns are insane. And especially when initially it wasn't even planned to be stored locally. It was going to be stored on the internet. So it was just going to be accessible by anybody.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that.
Oh, my God. And Microsoft didn't know why people were upset. And then there's people I talk to who are like, "What? Why would that matter?" It's like, I hate that you're illiterate. People annoy me. Tech illiterate people annoy me even more in 2025.
That's kind of me, but I'm trying. I try to get better. I put my own PC. I plugged it all back in by myself.
That's true. Bro's about to say put it together, and then he remembered that the guy who built it's in this call.
Well, I knew what I wanted to say. I just figured I better rephrase it because you were going to be like, well, you didn't build it.
No, I know. Next time, you'll build your next one. I'll just be there to supervise. And by that, when you ask a question, I'll just click play on a Linus Tech Tips video. Be like, I'll learn the same way I did, bozo. Or actually, the smarter way is press play on one of my own videos. Right, I should probably promote myself, not someone else. Right, yes. Dumbass.
How about 2 tech videos?
What about second tech video?
Oh. No, but probably when I go to build another PC, it'll be like, oh, I'm going to just update the...
I was going to say, how much are you... I mean, you'll have to... Probably you'll have to go new CPU, motherboard, RAM, and new GPU. So, like, you could keep your case, maybe your power supply. And you can obviously keep, like, storage and stuff.
Right.
But, like, even then, you'll still probably want another drive because you'll want a fresh install of Windows because... I didn't do a fresh install of Windows, and the amount of problems that has caused me is quite high.
Yeah, I'm going to need a promotion before I upgrade. to new anything.
That's fair. I've been looking at. I need to build another computer, but not like a good one. So I've been doing like voice acting stuff, but I have to use my MacBook because I can't do voice acting stuff from my setup because you can hear it sometimes. There's a bit of an echo because of how open my apartment is, and that's really bad for like actual voice acting stuff. So I have this shitty $20 coffee table, and I stole my mom's microphone because she's not using it. So until I get $500 to buy another one, and it's set up and using a shitty little different mixer because Go XLRs don't work on Apple, and it's set up with my laptop in my closet because there's no echo because of all the clothes. But I want to use my other Go XLR so I have more fine control over my microphone so I can make it sound as good as it does now, because it doesn't sound as good in there yet. But I can't use my MacBook, so I either have to buy another laptop, which is ridiculous, or because like the cheapest laptop that can actively function well are like the same price as a MacBook, and in my I would just prefer to buy a MacBook, but I can't if I want to use the Go XLR that I need to use to make the stuff work, especially since I already own the Go XLR. I don't want to buy a different $500 mixer.
Right.
So I can build a PC that like kind of sucks but will be better at running everything than a laptop for way cheaper than I could get a laptop. So that's my goal. I just have to build a computer. I'm excited because I know what I want to do, just because before I do things with it, it's great for a video because I can buy an Intel GPU, and that makes me excited because they're like not as good for like high-end stuff. But I want to do a video and I want to promote Intel GPUs because I don't like Intel. That's not what's important. But a third player in the market is good for everybody. A third player who is good at things is good for everybody. Stop letting NVIDIA and AMD run it all for the GPUs, especially because the Arc B5, B850, B580, I don't remember. Unimportant. I think it's B580. But like at its $250, $300 price point is like far superior to anything Team Red and Team Green offer. It's like I need more people to know about this. Not because I care about Intel, but because I want prices of everything to be cheaper because Intel's making an impact. And we need people to buy Intel GPUs so Intel can keep making GPUs so we can keep getting Intel's impact. This is good. More competitors, competition is good for everybody, except for the companies. But I don't fucking care about your $1 trillion company. I really don't. Fuck them. Sorry. That might have been a little aggressive at the end there, but it's valid. I'm right. I don't care about the $1 trillion company, man. I just want.
I always wondered if I could voice act, but then there's like, I don't know. I feel like I could only do like one of two voices, which is one, Goofy, and two, like
next time on Dragon Ball Z
or some shit like that. But my Goofy's really good. You've heard that before.
Yeah. Don't get me started on my Herbert the Pervert voice. It's all fun and games until I get stuck in that voice. That was still the funniest game night ever.
The hardest part is getting the lip whistle.
Oh, I had all of it going. The game night people were so pissed because it was like 8 hours. I couldn't stop doing the voice. They're like, stop it. It's like, I'm trying, man. I just can't.
I want to take the change out of my pocket. Just reach on in there and get it. Chris, get your fat ass back here.
Oh, man.
Okay. Does anybody have a real answer? Stop talking about something that doesn't exist anymore, you bitches.
I had to have an emergency meeting.
What's
after
the emergency?
After yesterday, what happened yesterday in Idaho?
Oh, yes. I was like, what the fuck happened yesterday? What do I not? Oh, wait, I know that. I guess I don't fully. I saw something happened. I don't know what happened. I guess I'll Google it while you tell your story.
Yeah, well, we had to have a meeting and go over what is happening and that we have to be vigilant, as a first responder or firefighter. Because apparently a 20-year-old kid lit a fire on purpose and waited for fire department first responders to show up to put it out, and he ambushed them with a rifle and a shotgun.
That's crazy. I've been there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Go on your way to Washington or what?
Yeah. Well, so my family lives like right on the border there, and Coeur d'Alene is a very border town.
Mm-hmm.
Coeur d'Alene's beautiful, by the way.
Right.
Sorry. I know that's very off topic, but like it's gorgeous there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's like, that's just crazy. Like, why would you, of all people, the people who risk their own lives every day to save other people, and those are the ones you're wanting to ambush?
I was going to say, not just that, but like especially firefighters.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds bad, but like, I don't see a reason to hate firefighters. Like, at least with certain other first responders, I could at least get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not saying that makes it okay or anything at all. Definitely not. But I'm just saying I could at least understand the thought process. Like, what the fuck did the firefighter do?
Yeah, and I've been following the story pretty close because I want to know if they can figure out some type of a motive behind this. So far the only thing that might make sense is, I guess, someone was saying that the kid really wanted to be a firefighter. Like, that was everything. That was the whole thing. He always wanted to be a firefighter. And so it makes me wonder if he like applied to be a firefighter or something and got denied, and he just went off the charts and took his revenge out on him or something. I don't know. It's the only thing I could come up with. Like, who thinks of specifically doing that to target a specific group of people like firefighters? Like,
but even then, like, you couldn't be a firefighter. That still doesn't make sense.
Right. So
that's crazy.
I don't know. I guess, to me, it's like most of the time places are struggling to find firefighters and help, people that want to be firefighters. So I can't see him being denied unless he had something in his past that didn't, like a felony or something, which I guess there was other reports out there that says he tried to kill a woman with a knife once. So guess that would do it. I don't know. There's just a whole. It's only a day later, so there's only so much we know about it, And I know there's a lot of people that are throwing shit out there like, oh, it's political. It was a Russian spy. It was a Democrat. It was a Republican. I don't care who the fuck it was. I don't care what political spectrum they're on. The person is sick in the mind.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah,
that's just what it boils down to. Doesn't matter who he affiliates himself with, or who his family affiliates with. It doesn't matter. Anytime this happens, somebody is sick in the brain. And that's all it boils down to. We need to quit trying to, politicize every goddamn, disaster that happens like this. It's just, no matter who it is or what their beliefs are, they were sick in the mind. Because not a normal, moral, prudent person does not go out and just murder people.
Also, just, I'm not going to get into that. But, yeah, no, you're right. What the fuck are they doing now? I'm trying to figure out if I am going to a Rockies game tomorrow or not. They're calling somebody up, but they're not giving me answers on like if he's gonna play. Okay, and they're calling him up, but they haven't said when, which is like the Rockies are expected to promote Yanquiel Fernandez as early as tomorrow. The fuck does that mean? Just do it or don't. Like,
right?
What do you mean?
Am I going to the game or not?
Right. I would like to know so I can try to make plans because Miller's going to be upset because we got to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm totally going to skip if Yanquiel's getting called up. I don't care.
He will live. And I'm sure as a sports enthusiast himself, he will understand.
Yep. But like, I don't like that I have to wait until the lineup comes out tomorrow to know for sure. Because even if he gets called up, I can't be 100% sure he'll play tomorrow. Like, I have to see the lineup.
Right.
It's tough. I hate it here. Apparently a lot of things are happening in Denver sports.
Yeah.
Also, yesterday was really funny. There's nothing better than a coach getting ejected in baseball, like a manager getting ejected. There's nothing better.
It happens a lot.
It's great every time, though. But it's so fucking funny. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at Warren Schaefer. He's so angry. It's so funny because technically the pitch that got his player and him thrown out was like at least almost a strike. Like it's a tough call, right? It's a strike, but like you can argue it either way. As far as I can tell, Tyler Freeman just got upset, like, God damn it, and then got thrown out. And then the manager has to, stick up for his guy. But it's so fucking funny. Here's the where the fuck are you? There you are. Sent it.
Ding dong.
Fucking electric. We got multiple tosses from the manager on this one. It's so funny. It's the greatest.
I just like how
the bad thing is, like, yes, it's close to a strike. I wouldn't call it that because the catcher fucking dropped it.
Right.
Like, I just wouldn't give him credit. Catch fucking ball. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Like, I get a kick out of like the umps whenever they throw somebody out. They're like all exaggeratory instead of just being like, if I was the ump, I'd just be like, get out of here.
But I just love the manager coming in. Everybody in the comments of this are like, I love a good hat toss. It's like the better part is that he reaches into his mouth and grabs the gum to slam it down before slamming his hat. He needed both. He was upset. He was fired up.
I gotta get this gum out of my mouth before I inhale it and choke on it.
I gotta get this gum out so I can keep yelling at this motherfucker.
I'm serious.
And then I love him like crouching down over the plate and being like, it was this fucking low. I love
that low, but
I love a good manager yelling at an ump. It's my favorite thing.
No, it's like the ump. He's like,
well, because it doesn't matter whether the ump's wrong or not. They'll never admit it because they're stupid pieces of shit, and I hate them. No, the one that will always piss me off is the ump who ruined Armando Galarraga's perfect game. There have only been 24 perfect games in Major League Baseball history.
Right.
And like an ump ruined it on the final out. Like, look at this shit. I'll send you. I'm sure you've seen it. Maybe. I feel like everybody has. And I didn't even like Armando Galarraga. This shit just pisses me off because I don't like history getting ruined. Is this the clip?
Well, it's because umps have authority.
And they have a union that makes sure they can never be punished for being ass.
Right. At this point, I don't understand why they exist. Like, literally could.
No, I know what you're saying. But
I know they're gonna exist. Like, they can exist, but I don't understand why they don't just sit there with a fucking headset on, and the guy up in the booth with the computer goes, "That was a strike," and he goes, "Strike."
See, like, I don't want to get rid of some of the more human part of the game. I sent you the video of Armando Galarraga's perfect game getting ruined, by the way.
No.
Like, I like the idea of them existing because the human element of the game should matter. It should. But also, the replay/review system needs to be revised to be better. because I think there are too many moments that are too big that deserve to make sure the call is right. We have the technology to be sure. Now, like, I'm cool with you only get so many challenges, you know, per game, whatever, because then it's on you. If you fuck up and use your challenges too early and lose both of them, you don't deserve to get it again. And I'm totally cool with that. But it should be a team issue, not just yeah, dude, that's history.
You're standing right there. How the fuck did you close your eyes? What? He's like 4 steps from the bag. How the fuck do you mess that up?
Because a chance to make it about you, I guess.
Oh my god, dude.
I hate it.
No, you know what happened? He has an earbud. He has an earbud in his ear, and right before that play, if you call him safe, I'll give you $500,000.
Maybe, but like, it's one of those things. It's so much worse because, like, after the game, that ump was like crying and apologized to Armando. It's like, that doesn't fucking matter though. Fuck your apology. That doesn't fix anything.
Right.
You just ruined like literal history. One of the hardest things to do. A perfect game might be the hardest thing to do in all of sports because it's so out of your control. Because like, it's 27 batters up, 27 batters down. An error by somebody else. You know, there's so many different things that can ruin a perfect game.
Right. And that's even worse when
that
like,
one's worse because it's a no-hitter that also gets ruined. Like, at least if it's a different thing that happens, it's like, oh, well, it's not a perfect game. Just get one more out. It's a no-hitter. You still get something.
Right.
Sorry, you were saying something.
Well, it's crazy because it's like, everybody else did everything they were supposed to. So it's not just the pitcher that, you know, gets credit when a perfect game happens.
It's the whole team because you played perfect.
Exactly. And like the whole team is crushed over that.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
I don't know. That was ridiculous. That was the worst.
Yeah, dude. That sucks. And that's why there should be reviews. You should be able to review that and say, no, you got it wrong.
That guy caught the ball and was almost celebrating before the guy got to the bag.
Yeah.
That's how late that guy was.
So what else is happening in Denver sports? I keep seeing people talking about Yanquiel getting called up not mattering. So what happened? Who did stuff? I mean, I'm sure the Nuggets are doing stuff. Because it's basketball season. They are... Oh, they traded Michael Porter Jr. Fucking finally. They've only been talking about it for years. I don't feel like any of this is that big, though. Like, Michael Porter Jr. feels like it would matter, but doesn't, because, like, he's mid. What you know about being mid?
Quite a bit. I'm about as mid as they come.
Well, the Avalanche signed a guy that doesn't matter. Jalen Ramsey finally got traded to the Steelers. The Dolphins just got Minkah Fitzpatrick back.
I've seen that, yeah.
I don't know. All right, man.
Interesting decision by the
choices. Oh my God. And then there's one of the Denver sports accounts that's out here trying to say Bo Nix is better than CJ Stroud. That's fucking crazy. At what exactly, though? I gotta post just the at what on Twitter because it feels very important. Yeah, I don't know. Sports ball. I don't understand LeBron's thought process here. Yeah, I'm sorry. That makes sense. So LeBron opted into his $53 million contract option, which sounds like a lot, but it makes him like the 14th highest paid player in basketball, and he was 6th in MVP voting. So I think he's giving you better production than what that $52 million is. But there was like this thing of like LeBron is also still like very closely monitoring the Lakers' moves. It's like, even if he was to become available for a trade, nobody has the money to trade for him, and nobody would want to give up the assets they'd have to for a year of LeBron, even if it's 2 years. I think it's 2 because he's waiting for his other son to get drafted, because then all 3 of them can play together. But like, that might not be with whatever team he goes to now, so he'll just walk in a year anyways. So like, if you wanted to go to a team with better championship aspirations, wouldn't you have just opted out of your player option and then just signed wherever the fuck you want? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get the point. And then it's officially coming out. There's like little to no trade interest for LeBron. And it's like, yeah, because nobody has the money to trade for $53 million. Okay, that's not fair. No good team has the money to trade for that. And LeBron's just going to say no to a trade to the Charlotte Hornets. Like, come on now. He's just going to say, no, I don't want to go suck in Charlotte. That's a bad idea. LeBron wants to, if he's going somewhere, it would be Golden State, Dallas, Minnesota, maybe Denver, the Knicks, the Cavs. I feel like that's realistically it, and none of those teams have any money. Crazy.
I agree.
I don't think you do. I don't think you know what's going on.
I do not know what's going on. People are asking me questions and I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been getting a lot of Snapchats. What the hell's happening?
Yeah, my family's asking me about, so we always do like a barbecue through our department before the fireworks or whatever. Yeah. And my sister's asking me, well, how long does the barbecue last? It's from 5 to when? And I'm like, I don't know, 5 till however long.
Close to dark? Like,
yeah, because we got to have time to set up. So, I mean.
Yeah. I can't answer this question. Apparently, we're getting a new movie that is based off another book that was written by the same guy as the guy who did the Martian, which is exciting. I don't know what this one's called Project Hail Mary. Stars Ryan Gosling, which is cool.
Because Aspen hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, have you seen The Martian? She's like, no. And I was like, oh, you're going to have to watch it with me then.
Next, you got to see if she's watched Interstellar. Got to go cry.
Oh, yeah.
The movie makes me cry every time. Right after they get off the water planet, and it's been 20 years.
Right.
And you learn that Matthew McConaughey can act. Who knew?
Right.
Because he'd only ever been in rom-coms before that. So, like, who knew that man could act?
The only thing anybody ever knew about him before that was, all right.
Pretty much. And then Interstellar, and it's like, holy fuck, this dude's an actor. Let's go. Bro's got skills. Who knew? Who'd have thunk, if we're honest? But, like, this book, apparently, I don't know what's happening here, and I can't watch the trailer currently. But here, I'll send you the trailer. Don't watch it now, because we can't talk about it, because I can't watch it, but I'll send you that. Also, according to Screen Time, Obi-Wan Kenobi is getting a season 2.
Really?
What about third Vader fight? Here for it. Or just have Vader but never have him see Obi-Wan again. They could do the Book of Boba Fett thing that everybody hated, but I don't fucking care because your opinions are wrong. Do the Book of Boba Fett thing where you just give it's 6 episodes long as a show, but 3 episodes go to not the main character and just have 3 episodes based on Vader and finally give me my evil Vader murdering the galaxy bit. Oh my God. I'm sure this article is going to get a bunch of shit wrong. Obi-Wan is one of the franchise's biggest mistakes. That's crazy. Attack of the Clones is not... Oh, I'm upset. I'm upset. I already don't like this. Yes, it should have been a movie. You're correct. That's okay. Oh, is that just it? Because it should have been a movie? Okay, I can't be mad at that because you're right. It should have been a movie. God, I love Sam. One of Miller's friends in our D&D group. He doesn't really know sports, but he comments on things sometimes. So the Bo Nix is better than CJ Stroud. And I go, at what? And he replied with, most likely to share a name with a non-binary vampire. And you're right. You win.
Oh my God. Oh.
And then Brando replied with being a Bronco and wearing number 10. And you know what? Both of those are accurate also. So there you go.
Fair.
None of that has anything to do with being a better quarterback. But you know what? He does do those few things better. So congrats. Yeah. For now. If CJ Stroud became a Bronco tomorrow, he'd be better at being a Bronco, though, too. That's right. He switched to number 10, he'd be better at wearing 10.
Oh yeah, this last weekend, or the Saturday, I was in. So I woke up and got a haircut, and then went and played mud volleyball.
Okay.
That was interesting. Last year I was going to play also, but I ended up fracturing my finger, cutting a tendon in half, and getting 4 stitches. So anyway, played mud volleyball. We ended up winning that. It took all day till like 7. And then I had to haul ass from where I was playing mud volleyball from, which took me about an hour to get home. And had to shower real fast because I was caked in mud, and then went to a nighttime golf tournament.
Right. How did that go?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We did pretty good. We were 1 place away from being in the money, so we got 4th out of 18 teams. But it was fun. They had these glow in the dark, like they're golf balls that have like lights in them, and once you hit them, you have like 8 minutes to go and find them before they shut off, and then they light up again when you hit them, right? So I think we would have done a lot better, but I hit the golf balls so hard that it breaks the lights on the inside of them, so they would be like lit up, and I just smack them, and the light would go off. So then it's pitch black, so you don't know where your ball went. But once you hit, that's it. You don't get a re-hit. So there was a few times where I had to go, because it was a scramble, I had to go off of other people's drives, but I know that I had a good drive. And it happened to my other teammate also, who knows he had a really good drive, but we couldn't find it, which was rough. So we had to go off of, less good of a drive and work harder to get to the greens. But we still ended up, I think par was 34 because we went off the women's tees. So instead of having that par 5 to start with, you know what course I'm talking about. Yeah. It starts off with a par 5. It's only a par 4 because the women's tee is like halfway to the green,
Wish we could use that one. I wish we used that one sometimes because we get to avoid that little hill.
Right. Yeah.
Because my drives are either great, high, and long, but, onto military land, or they just get smoked low and get stopped by that fucking hill. Hate that.
Right. So the team that won it was 3 under par. Second place was 2 under. Third place was 1 under. And we were 4th place with par.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it was kind of rough though because we had to start with hole 6 and 7, which, if you remember, those are ones that have to deal with ponds.
Yeah.
And starting on those was a little rough. But all I know is I don't know if I like mud volleyball that much. I mean, I'll probably do it again, but like it started off like at 11 and it was like really cold because the fire department had just filled the pools with water. So you're like in this much water or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was ice cold, which I didn't like. And then by like 2 o'clock, it was like sitting in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Because it was 102 degrees out. My shoulders got a little red because they don't usually see as much sun. But I don't know. I was really tired at the end of that day. I'm really tired right now. I know that.
Why?
Because, I don't know. No sleep.
Till Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Damn. That's tough.
Brooklyn's a long ways away.
Right? Such a good song.
Yeah, I agree. I remember playing that on Guitar Hero. And I remember the very first song I ever got 100% on in Guitar Hero, which was Eye of the Tiger.
Crazy.
Uh-huh.
You remember...
Mainly because like half the song was like the long... Yeah, you hit the note and it's like long... And then the notes come and you hit another note and it's really long. So there's the least amount of notes possible.
What was the game? I keep forgetting about it. It was like a rock band.
A game about a rock band?
Yeah, no, so Rock Band was a game, obviously.
Right.
There was Rock Band and there was Guitar Hero. But then there was one that was like a mixture of them. Band Hero. Yep.
I was just about to say, but Band Hero?
Because I had all the Band Hero stuff.
Oh, I see.
Because I got the big bundle one year for Christmas.
I did the drums for a long time too.
Yep.
Until I broke it.
Yeah. That'll happen. But yeah, Band Hero. Holy fuck, I wish I still had it.
They're worth some money now.
Somebody's selling Band Hero on eBay for $1,200. It's
Holy
the full
shit.
set, so it's the game and the drums and the mic and the guitar. Because that was one of the things you actually like had to sing.
Right.
For some of them, that was fun. Those were fun for family.
I know
game
someone
nights.
I know someone that still has it and still plays it.
Who?
Cody.
Oh, really? That's sick.
Yeah. His parents still have it at their place.
Yeah, because I had it on, I think on my PS3.
Huh.
Yep. Yep, because the PS3 version was different than the Xbox version. The Xbox drums were like a different shape for some reason.
And then they also bought this other game where it's just like a karaoke game or whatever. And it haunts me to this day watching my friend's 80-some-year-old grandma sing WAP. That was definitely interesting. And it was funny because every time she'd say the P word and that she would, it's like, well, you already said it 4 times. And you might as well just not be offended by
at
it.
this point, you can't be offended anymore.
It just cracked me up. It was kind of funny, though.
Was it?
It was.
So I I don't feel like I've lost that much weight, I think we've talked about, like, I know the number says I've lost a lot, but it doesn't, I don't know. I don't think I look like it. So I just want
on camera. I notice you have. I mean, you look a lot smaller on camera.
Sometimes I get that, but I was looking at pictures, and pictures from when we were at TwitchCon in Vegas compared to last year are crazy.
Right.
I'm gonna send you both because I just think it's interesting. But seeing them together last night, because I just had. Where's the other picture from TwitchCon? What the fuck, Wonder? Why'd you lose my pictures?
I don't know, because I felt like it.
Why'd you throw them in the trash and stuff?
I don't know, but I'm just happy that you're getting results. You know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Where the fuck? I hate life.
Because I'm starting to realize how hard it is for me to lose weight anymore.
Dude, it sucks. I've been stuck for a couple months now. It's annoying. Fuck. One day I will find this picture and we will get a reaction. Will it be today? No.
Probably not.
Fucking hell, bro. Help. I need somebody help. Not just anybody help. It's true. I need help.
I'll help you.
Please.
Die.
Well, that's not help.
Oh, I thought it was. Could have fooled me.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Yeah, it is. Really hard.
But just the pictures from about a year apart, because it's one TwitchCon to the next. There's a bit of a difference there. Bro got confused by something else. Oh no. What did you just receive that confused you?
Oh my god, yeah.
Right? So, if I don't think it's that noticeable, I just need to look at those pictures. That helps. Right. I'll get there one day. I fucked up my bicep last night though, and I don't know how or why, but it hurts so bad today. So that's
Were you doing butterflies or something?
Yeah. So
yeah, that's usually when I tore I don't know if I tore it or if I strained a muscle right here one time doing that.
Yep.
And it just for the longest time I could not get it to not hurt.
Yeah. So gonna chill out on that for a bit.
Yeah.
Go back to fuck it. It's going to be leg day every day until my arm stops hurting. We're just going to see how fucking shredded I can get my legs.
That's how mine is. I mean, my legs are nice. Rest of me, not so much.
Yeah. I get that. I blame you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're just over there, so have to.
Right. You're just doing it because I can't do anything about it right now.
True. You're way over there.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if I'm pointing the right direction. From in my apartment, I have no clue what direction's what.
I mean,
because looking out the window, I just see the other apartment, the other bits of my building. So I still have, even looking out the window, I still have no clue where the fuck I am.
But I mean, if you go one direction long enough, it eventually becomes the correct direction.
That's true. I'll get there at some point.
That's because we live on a sphere.
Yes. A lot of people don't believe that, though.
I know. I cannot believe how much
it's still so crazy
flat Earth shit I see on my For You page stuff.
Dude, it's ridiculous. What, you're just gonna believe what they tell you? It's like, have you ever been in an airplane?
Right.
We don't need. I still will always love the flat earthers who did the stupid experiment with the flashlight and the camera. They're like, and they're like, all right, hold it up a bit. Huh? That means there's curvature here. It's like, yeah, dipshit. What benefit would there be to lying and saying?
It's weird because I literally seen one today on Facebook where this guy was explaining, well, if we lived in if the world is spinning, if I were to fly a helicopter and I went straight up and I sat there for a minute, theoretically, the world would spin. I could just land where I wanted to. It's like, you just never heard of physics ever? Here, how about this? How about you go for a ride on a train, and while you're in that train, take a tennis ball and throw it up in the air. See how far back to the backwards it goes. Oh, it doesn't? Huh.
Do it.
By your idea, ideology, it should fly way to the back of the train.
So,
dumbass.
Dude, just do it already. You're going to have to do some weird camera work, but I don't care. James Gunn says Adria Arjona, I don't know how to say her last name. The Bix from Andor. His girlfriend. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He says that she would make a great Wonder Woman, and I concur. Cast her already.
Right.
She's not going to be as big as Superman. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Perfect in every other way.
Strong.
I don't care. I was going to say, it's made up strength anyways because she's a god. She doesn't have to be enormous. That's not how this has to work. Just do it. I'm still mad they haven't cast a Batman, and I'm still mad that I know it won't be Jensen Ackles, even though it needs to be Jensen Ackles. Be so good. Or just give up and make Robert Pattinson the Batman in the main universe too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. He's good at it. Just let him do it. I'm upset. I'm excited. We're only like a couple. I think I'm actually going to the movies on your birthday. I think that's
really?
the day I got the ticket for Superman.
Oh.
You got to go see Superman.
I'll be in Colorado on my birthday.
Hey, let's go see Superman together. No. I know what you're actually doing here, so.
Yeah. But yeah, will be no service for us, unfortunately. I look forward to getting away for a few days.
Hey, swing by.
It's
kind of
nice
back.
though. We might. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll be hauling a side by side, so I don't know how much I want to.
Oh yeah, that would be. The bigger issue is I don't know where you'd park.
Right. But anyway, lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of nice because I only have a 4-day work week this week. Next week I'll only work 3 days, and then a week after that I only work 4 days.
Nice.
So nice.
Got a bunch of days off. That's nice.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. The days you're up here, come back down from the mountain and leave your side by side there one day.
Well, we're not the.
I don't know where you are.
Far.
I don't know where you're gonna be. I should say.
We're not far from Estes, so it's not like I'm that close to.
Oh yeah, no.
Not far, but I'm not that close either.
You're a good 65-ish miles.
Yeah. So it's not like I can just trot down off the mountain and say hi and
True.
But
it was worth a try. I tried.
Oh well.
Nobody wants to come hang out with me anymore.
It's almost like you moved.
Yeah, and the people I moved closer to don't want to come hang out with me either.
I didn't realize you moved closer to people.
Yeah.
Huh.
But nobody wants to hang out with me.
It's because you're working all the time.
True. Weird. What do you mean? This isn't news. Apple's reportedly looking at using ChatGPT or Claude, I don't know what the fuck that is, to power Siri. Oh, you mean that thing that they said they were doing last year when they announced the better Siri where she was going to be powered by ChatGPT? Like that thing? That thing that was already actively announced a year ago? Why the fuck are you acting like it's news today? I
mean, it was news to that person.
I guess. I don't know. What the fuck is Halo Studios? I don't know. I'm afraid. Are they going to make a new Halo show, but like actually good? Sorry, was that rude? Because I don't care.
It's only rude because it's the truth.
I've been rewatching Game of Thrones again, and it just makes me sad. It's so good early on.
Right.
And it makes me sad because I know where it's going.
Right.
But yeah, while I wasn't wearing them, look at how my ear cup exploded. While I'm not wearing them. I can't put them back together either. So
weird.
Those are dead. Time to fix that. Yeah, I guess the stitching just popped loose or something. Very weird. Whatever. I don't know. I got nothing. How the fuck is that even gonna work? Sorry, they're making Fast 10 Part 2. Sorry, Fast X Part 2. I don't know. But Vin Diesel says that Paul Walker's character Brian will return. Fucking how? What, you gonna AI him in there? Because that's just gross and awful. And now I hope everybody that makes that happen, like, has awful things happen to them.
I'm sure.
That's awful. I hate it.
They've made so many now. They're running out of shit to make. So, let's go to AI.
Yep.
I like how it went from like totally believable street racing type stuff to like crazy, absolutely stupid shit.
Apparently, in recent weeks, multiple teams have been discussing whether they can trade for TJ Watt, who has skipped out on the team's minicamp. If the Steelers trade away George Pickens, trade for DK Metcalf, sign Aaron Rodgers, trade Minka for a mediocre tight end and an old washed corner, and then trade TJ Watt for anything less than 3 first-round picks, this might be the worst offseason any team's ever had. And it won't matter because they will still somehow go 9-8.
They're making moves. Not good moves, but they're moves.
They're moving. Backwards off a cliff, but they're moving. They're moving. Oh, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't like it. That's crazy. I don't get it. The internet's making fun of. Oh God, I forgot the Steelers signed Darius Slay, so their 2 outside corners are 90 years old. That's crazy.
Experience. Take it from the Buffalo Bills. That doesn't work.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right, I think we should probably be done. I don't think there's anything left, and you look dead. Did you die?
I'm dead. I'm ready for a nappy.
A nappy?
A nappy. Ready to fall face first into my bed and not wake up anymore.
Bro wants a diaper for some reason. That's crazy. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.